Hello, Marcus.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we've got you, Marcus. So, Marcus, just explain who you are before we
Well,
continue.
I like to think I'm the guy that convinced Ken to make a game again.
You're a hero.
I'm an artist, and I study 3D modeling from the early 2000s, and I feel like that we should continue with making these adventures and these games. And here we are doing something, I think, cutting edge with the VR. I mean, we're switching to making it a VR game, and here we are pushing the envelope again, like Sierra would. I was like, okay, if Sierra's here today, what kind of game would they make? It would definitely be a VR game. And here we are pushing the envelope, a small team, doing amazing stuff.
I know nothing about this game, so just you telling me that it's VR is new to me. What else can you tell us? Let's start from the basics. What can you both tell us about this game that you're working on then?
It's a classic adventure game with the Sierra flavor, and we're going to be doing it full 3D. It's great. I mean, I'm having a blast. Wandering the world and having fun making it, and it's going to be a great game. And the fact that it's going to be in VR, it's like going to be truly an awesome immersive experience of like being in a King's Quest, but in virtual reality. And I think it's going to be awesome.
So is the theme of it similar to a King's Quest theme? Is it sort of a medieval
nice dig,
theme?
Neil.
What can you tell? I don't know how much you can tell us about it.
I think we got to hold off still, Ken. Am I right? We got to hold off.
Yeah, just for a little while, but you'll be happy. I mean, and later on you'll think, why didn't I think of that? That's a cool idea. That's if Ken was going to do something, that's what he should do.
So you think you've got something innovative and cutting edge on your hands then, Ken, enough to get behind this thing and put your name to it again?
If you compare it to a project that somebody spent, $50 million developing, technologically it's not going to compare. And even, Marcus is super talented, but some of these projects that got, $10 million, $20 or $50 million budgets have teams of artists and teams of animators. So, there's some ways in which I wouldn't consider it competitive, but ultimately, like I always used to say, I mean, prettiness will only take you so far. Really what counts is, a person sitting at home with his computer, and if they're having fun. The play really counts more than all the prettiness in the world. And that's where we're really putting the focus, is on making sure that a game is worth playing. And if you put it on one screen and you put whatever $100 million buys you on the other screen, you're going to see a difference. But if you sit down and spend some time and are looking for that same feeling you had 20 years ago playing a Sierra game, although better. I mean, the one of the reasons why I didn't want back into the industry was that I thought that I couldn't do anything that would look even reasonable. But I've been impressed with Unity. Part of how I got into this was I started coding just to keep my coding skill current with a popular engine that is used for games called Unity. And then quickly I kind of saw that this is what, like, Sierra's SCI, our internal language, would have been if it had kept evolving for another 20 years. And in fact, Roberta was just yelling at me the other day, or giving me a hard time, saying, she told me 100 times when I sold Sierra, why didn't I hang on to our development engine and keep enhancing it? And we'd have had a huge company today. And she's right. Unity is a big company. It's supporting a lot of the games. And in some ways, there's more money selling picks and shovels at a gold rush than there is, digging for gold. So, I should have stayed in there. But I started messing with the Unity engine, and suddenly I realized that, in a way, SCI didn't go away. This is like a super evolved version of it, and there really is something that could be done that is worth playing by a fairly small team.
I love Unity. I love how it works with the software packages I've been using since 2003, and this is why we were able to move pretty quickly, laying out the entire game world. And I'm looking forward to like really exploring what's possible with Unity. And Ken is like, no, we gotta stop adding features. We want to launch this game eventually. But I think the VR shift is well worth the effort. I really do, because Ken hasn't even put it on yet. He hasn't seen what it looks like in VR. I gotta tell you, you're gonna love it. And Roberta's gonna love it. It's amazing. Especially with the music and the sound effects and the whole thing happening. It's like, you know, it looks like a big budget game for what we've been doing.
How big is the team that's working on this?
Well, you're looking at it. Now, actually, there's one other person
Yeah.
who's doing
Yeah,
the rollover to VR. But basically, I'm doing 99.9% of the code, and Marcus is doing all the art.
That's really nice. So this really is a Ken Williams production. This isn't just you putting your name on something. You're fully involved in this.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, when I could free up time to work on it, yeah, even without feature creep, we bought off a big challenge. So we're
That's for sure.
yeah, that's a definitely a full-time job, and then some.
And is Roberta in any way involved in this project?
Well, yes, and we'll get more and more involved as we get deeper into the project. So she was the original inspiration, and at this point, I mean, there's really nothing to get involved with. There's a whole lot of code to write and a whole lot of art to do, and then we'll start getting something, and she'll help us turn something, turn this big monster into a game that's fun to play.
I like to just say that it's not easy making a game. It's just not easy. The steps involved of getting the art ready for a game engine that looks amazing and photorealistic is very technical. And it takes time.
And something a lot of people watching this will want to know, I don't know if you've got as far ahead as thinking about this yet, will there be a big box release of this game?
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's going to make a lot of people very happy. Where can people go to find out more about this project then?
Funny you should ask. No, go to kensgame.com. You know, my book is kensbook.com, and my game is kensgame.com.
And I believe there's robertasbook.com as well.
There is a robertasbook.com. So, you know, I'm not very good at this naming stuff, but at least it's easy to remember. So,
yeah. So everyone, kensgame.com. Keep an eye on that domain to find out and watch progress. No doubt Marcus will be teasing us with YouTube videos and things like that in the future. We'll keep an eye out for whatever else we can find out about it. I'm excited. Ken, thank you so much for your time today, and Marcus. Thank you for the games that you gave us. Thanks again to Roberta. It was fantastic that I got to say hello to her quickly. You've both touched a lot of lives. You've entertained us. You've shaped our careers by inspiring us, and we all appreciate it very much. So thank you very much, Ken.
thank you.